Hello, this is Alan Noble and welcome to the Amazing Molecules Fast Start Training. We're going to cover a lot of material in a short space of time, so I'm going to recommend that you watch this video at least a couple of times. Now, the best way to get started in this training is to get clear on your job description. Every professional should have a clear understanding of what they're getting paid for. The dentist gets paid to clean your teeth, the chef gets paid to prepare the meal, the pilot gets paid to fly the plane. As an SE associate, you basically get paid for talking to people, connecting with them and letting them know that our life-changing technology and income opportunity exist. In a SIA, you don't so much move product, rather you move people through an information gathering process or funnel. You place people in the top end of the funnel, share information with them, and a percentage of them will come out the bottom of the funnel as customers, folks who just want to use the product but have no interest in the business, and also associates, people who want to use the product but also earn an income by telling others about it. Now, these associates repeat the process of putting people into the information funnel, and again, a percentage will come out the bottom as customers and associates. These associates do the same, and so on and so on. Gradually, you start to build a distribution network of independent SE associates and customers. Now, at this point, allow me to share with you the math that accompanies this that got me so excited about the network marketing business model when I first saw it 25 years ago. So let's say you take people through this funnel, and in doing so, you sponsor 5 associates. Those 5 associates take their people through this process, and they sponsor 5 each. And now those 25 do the same, and those 125 do the same, and the 625 do the same. Now you have built a distribution network of approximately 4,000 associates. Now remember, every associate is first and foremost a product user. After all, we don't recommend something that we don't like and use ourselves. And so let's say each associate consumes 100 points of product every month. That is 400,000 points of product. Now, the company didn't have to pay a dime of advertising or marketing to get that business. So what if they pay you a 5% commission and send you a thank you check of $20,000? But remember, at a SIA, our products are consumable, so that can become a $20,000 a month residual income. And what about customers? What if each associate creates an additional 100 points of customer use? That's another 400,000 points in volume for a total of 800,000 points. And your thank you check is now $40,000 a month. Now, I know we don't live in a perfect world and there's certainly no guarantees of income. However, the fact is we currently have SE associates earning that, earning double that, earning triple that amount on a monthly basis. And the truth is, as a company and opportunity, we are just getting started. So I hope you'd agree it would be well worth your time to learn, practice, and master this funnel process. And to do so, you must be able to answer 3 key questions about your business. Who are you going to talk to? What are you going to say? And what tools are you going to use to help you tell the SEA story in a simple and duplicatable way? I love this simple statement. If people do not know you're in business, then you are not in business. So who are you going to talk to? Who are you going to tell that you're now associated with this life-changing technology and income opportunity? Who are you going to invite into the funnel? So at this stage, in every Fast Start training in every company, it's generally recommended that you put together a list of people that you're able to contact. It's a starting place. Your top 20, 50, 100 people. Who are these people? People you know, your warm market. Now, first off, you've got your buddy list. People you know well, you hang around with on a regular basis. Friends, family, next door neighbors, co-workers. If we get a little bit more product focused, you could think about people with health challenges, or maybe their parents of kids with health challenges. People who are healthy but very health-minded. They believe in prevention and are proactive towards their health. What about health professionals? People who have an interest in the health of others, from massage therapists to chiropractors. Athletes and coaches are another category. These people are interested in improving their endurance and recovery. What about folks who want to look younger without surgery, slow down the visible aging process? And then there's folks with skin challenges, including parents of kids with skin challenges. And then from a business point of view, what about people who don't like their job? They're underpaid and undervalued in what they do. What about those who work for full commission jobs, such as realtors and insurance agents? Or what about entrepreneurs and people who already own their own business? And then there's folks in your community who have tremendous credibility and influence. And then one of my favorite categories, people who have been in network marketing before. They've already said yes to the business model, but perhaps they've never quite found the right company. They've never found their home. Now, I'm only touching the surface here. I simply want to help you get the process started. But you realize just 2 people in each of these categories, and you're already up to a list of 30 people. Now, as you write out your list of who you might talk to, it's important to understand a couple of key principles, the first of which is prospecting. Prospecting is sifting and sorting, looking for people who want what you have. It is not convincing and selling people that they need what you have. There's a big difference. Think of the old-timers sitting on the banks of the river, prospecting for gold, putting all the dirt and gravel into the pan and swishing it around, sifting and sorting, looking for the little gold nuggets. He does not sit there trying to convince a pebble that it is a gold nugget. He would go broke and probably a little crazy in the process. Another example, think of a flight attendant pushing the snack cart down the aisle of the plane, asking if you want peanuts or a drink, tea, coffee. They don't try and sell you on what they have to offer. They are simply sifting and sorting, looking for the people who want what they have. They are totally emotionally detached from the outcome. Now, we're going to talk about mindset towards the end of this training. But for now, just remember, you always want to be in sifting and sorting mode and not convincing and selling. The second principle to remember when considering who you're going to talk to is simply this: never prejudge. It's often said that the people you think will, won't, and the people you think won't, will. It's not our job to make up people's minds for them. Our job is to simply ask, to sift, and to sort. Now, it's important to remember that network marketing is a multi-level commission business. In other words, it's not only the people you know that's important, it's just as important the people that they know and who these people know, and so on. So if you imagine you sponsor me, Alan, and I sponsor my friend Brian, who sponsors his sister Kathy, who then sponsors a coworker David, who connects with an old friend and network marketing professional Elizabeth. And Elizabeth goes on to build an empire in ASEA. Now, you absolutely want Elizabeth in your business. However, if you had prejudged me, or I had prejudged Brian, and Brian had prejudged Kathy, and so on, Elizabeth would have never shown up in your business. Remember the funny little saying, every dud knows a stud. So don't prejudge anyone on your list. And indeed, don't prejudge anybody you meet in the future. Your job is to simply ask. So with that, let's discuss. What are you going to say? I should point out that when it comes to what to say, I am not a big fan of scripts. We are not a planet of robots. You and I are different. Everyone we talk to is different. But if we think of scripts a little like scales on the piano, they're the foundation of all music, and it's where every musician starts. So they can, of course, be useful. So below this video, you're going to notice a scripts and phrases document that's been created to give you some ideas when it comes to prospecting and piquing the interest of people you're talking to. So rather than taking the time of reading through some of these ideas here in this training, I think it's more valuable to print off this document so you can read it and reread it several times at your own leisure. Now, although you will find these scripts and phrases useful, it's also important to realize it's not so much what you say that's important, but how you feel about what you say. Your belief, your conviction, enthusiasm, excitement have much more power than the words that you actually say. I once heard it said that ignorance on fire is better than education on ice. Or to keep the musical theme, it's not the words that you say that's important, but the song that you sing. So now let's discuss using tools to help you tell the story. There's a saying in network marketing, anytime your lips are moving, you should be pointing to a tool. You see, you want to be in the business of duplicating yourself, and tools are duplicatable, whereas people and personalities are not. Anyone can point to an online video. However, very few people would feel comfortable sitting in a coffee shop giving a 1-hour presentation on the science of redox signaling or the ASEA compensation plan. Remember this, when you're in the process of sharing the ASEA information with a potential new business associate, they're asking themselves two very important questions. What do I need to do? And can I do it? And if you make the process so complex and time-consuming, you're going to hear a lot of responses that go something like, well, hey, Bob, this sounds great, but it's not for me. I just don't have the time to do what you're doing. Or, hey, Bob, sounds great, but I couldn't do what you're doing. Now, remember this, network marketing is perhaps the only profession that I know of where your job is not to be the expert. So make sure you become tool and system dependent and rely on the funnel. You want to master the skill of pointing to a tool and arranging the follow-up. Now, there's lots of great videos and websites in the world of ASEA, some made by corporate, some made by field associates. Many of these tools are listed in the resource section of this website, as well as being listed in the tools of the trade document below this video. However, if you try and take in all of these tools from the beginning, you're going to become overwhelmed. Too much choice leads to confusion, and confusion leads to inactivity. So my goal here is to simplify the process by showing you the main tools that I use when taking somebody through the funnel process. In the scripts and phrases document, I've included a short 60-second verbal preview of our technology and opportunity that's designed to create curiosity and intrigue. Some associates in certain situations will find this verbal preview works well. However, as you now know, I am a huge fan of the simplicity of pointing to a tool and arranging the follow-up. So I've created 2 short preview videos. Now, we have a product and business preview video at www.redoxlife.com and a product-only preview video at www.redoxlife.net. Now, these videos are not full presentations. They're simply designed to give your prospect just enough information so that they can decide if they'd like to know more. They're not convincing and selling tools, they're sifting and sorting tools, helping you find the people who resonate with the ASEA message. They raise their hand, they say, yes, I'd like to know more. If somebody wants to know more, we can then send them to one of our presentation websites. Again, for product and business prospects, we use www.amazingmolecules.com. And for the product-only prospects, we can use amazingmolecules.net. And I recommend asking them to watch the main video at the top of the page. Don't overwhelm them with lots and lots of videos. A good prospect will do their homework, watch the main video, and then they will naturally watch any additional videos that interest them. It's often said that the fortune is in the follow-up. And when it comes to follow-up, we use a slightly different tool, a 3-way call. And this is how you connect your prospect with one of your business partners, someone who's been involved in the business or using the product a little longer than you, your sponsor, or someone in your upline support team. Now, being able to do a 3-way call is an extremely valuable skill to have in your business. So if you have never made a 3-way call before and don't know how to do it, then please connect with someone in your upline or call your phone company or cell phone provider and they will walk you through it. Now, doing a 3-way call really works great when you're dealing with prospects who know you well in your warm market. They know you as Sally Sue the teacher, Billy Bob the mechanic. They don't know you as a health and network marketing expert. But the third party, your sponsor, your upline, can become the expert. It's called third-party credibility. Now, the 3-way call is a very simple yet powerful way for your upline partner to share their product or business story and answer any of your prospects' questions. Now, since you're listening in on the conversation, you're also able to earn as you learn. And this type of call also demonstrates to your prospect that there's support available. Should they decide to join the business, they're going to be in business for themselves, but not by themselves. The next tool to know about is your Team ASEA website, www.yourusername.teamasea.com, where you chose the username at time of enrollment. Now from here, you can start to connect people to your business. Customers will click the buy button, and associates or would-be associates will click the join button. Now, although it's outside the scope of this Fast Start training, it is worth pointing out that your Team ASEA website also comes with a complete back office that you can use to track your business as it grows. And you can access this at www.teamasea.com and enter the same username and also the password that you chose at time of enrollment. So you have a brand new associate who's joined you in the business, and it would be easy to see this as the finish line. However, I would encourage you to view it as the starting line. So once you sponsor a new associate, you want to continue to point to a tool and arrange the follow-up. And in this case, you want to send them to www.amazingmoleculestraining.com and have them watch this Fast Start training and print off the training documents. Now, we've covered a lot of information on this Fast Start training already, so I think it's time for a quick review so we can put it all together. Now, we know we get paid for talking to people, and we have to start somewhere. So we're going to put together a list of our top 20, 50, 100 people. We're not going to prejudge, and we know it's our job is not to convince and sell, but to sift and sort, looking for people who want what we have. Better health, improved athletic performance, younger, healthier looking skin, and a bigger bank account. Now, we can learn to ask great prospecting questions and pique interest and curiosity. We can also use our short preview videos. After all, everyone has 3 to 4 minutes to watch a short video. We want to point to a tool and arrange the follow-up. Now, when a prospect wants to know more, the next step is to send them to Amazing Molecules. AmazingMolecules.com for those interested in product and business, and AmazingMolecules.net for those interested in product only. Hey Bob, I got a great video. It's going to give you a lot more information. It's only X minutes long. Hey, when do you think you might be able to watch that? You're pointing to a tool and arranging the follow-up. Now, when you do follow up, my favorite question is simply, hey Bob, do you see why I'm excited? And this is the perfect time to leverage your upline or sponsor with a 3-way call. They can help answer questions and offer that all-important third-party credibility. Now, in the follow-up process, it's important to remember we do not get paid for great conversations. We get paid to collect decisions. And there's really only 3 options: no, maybe, and yes. No, I'm not interested. In this case, I would encourage you to ask for a referral. Hey Bob, listen, I really appreciate you taking the time of going through the information, but let me ask you, who do you know that might be interested in something like this? Now, believe it or not, there's some great business builders have come into the business through this simple question. The maybes, see what questions they have and point them to another tool, and again, arrange a time for follow-up. And then the yeses. The product-only customers, send them to the buy button on your Team ASEA website. And for those wanting to join you in the business and become associates, have them click the join button on your Team ASEA website. Now, make sure both your customers and associates know about ASEA's loyalty reward program. By choosing to go on a very user-friendly auto ship that can be cancelled at any time, your associates and customers can earn loyalty points that accumulate and can be cashed in for free product. To get as many points as possible right out of the gate means signing up for AutoShip at time of enrollment. So now you have a new associate joining you in the business. Hey Bob, congratulations on your decision of becoming an ASEA associate. I want to help you get off to a great start. And we've got a Fast Start training video that's only X minutes long. When do you think you might be able to watch that? Do you see what you're doing? You're pointing to a tool and arranging the follow-up. And of course, the website is www.amazingmoleculestraining.com. And congratulations, because here you are taking your business seriously enough to go through this training. Remember this, a big ASEA business is nothing more than a few simple actions duplicated by a large number of people on a consistent basis, over and over and over again. Now, once you've finished this Fast Start training video, I recommend you get back with your sponsor or whoever you're working with in your upline. And number 1, get clear on what you want out of the business. What does winning look like for you in ASEA? What are your dreams and goals that your ASEA business can help you accomplish? Number 2, get any questions answered that you might have from going through this training. Who to talk to, what to say, what tools to use, etc. And then finally, put an action plan together. You want to create your list and then start moving your people through the funnel. So let's talk action plan. Do you want to build your ASEA business fast or slow? Do you want to build an income fast or slow? If the answer is fast, then great. Success loves speed. And your first goal is to get really focused and sponsor your first 2 associates within your first 14 days of becoming an ASEA associate. Sponsor an active associate on your left team and an active associate on your right team. Do that and you can earn the $50 director's bonus. Now what's more important then is to duplicate this time-sensitive goal throughout your business, teaching your 2 to reach their 2 and so on. Now, if you think 2 is setting the bar too low, then check into our Fast Forward program and you pick up extra rewards and incentives by sponsoring 4 associates in 2 weeks. And again, full details of the Fast Forward program can be found in your Team ASEA back office. Now, you'll notice in my diagram to the left that I chose to represent the people you sponsor as little red apples. And this brings me to the mindset portion of this training, how we should think as we move people through the funnel. As far as your ASEA business goes, there are 3 types of people that you will come across. Just for fun, let's compare them to apples. Red apples. They get it. They say yes. The idea of being first to market with a powerful new category of science with multiple patents, no competition, virtually no one knows about it. It's a no-brainer. They get it and they make fast decisions. Green apples, they're a little bit more wishy-washy. They find it hard to overcome their own skepticism. They're Mr. and Mrs. Maybes with lots and lots of questions. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. But because your green apples tend to find it difficult to make a decision, they also tend to procrastinate even when they do join the business. They generally find it challenging to get out of their own way. And then there's rotten apples. Now, I don't mean rotten people. There's no judgment here, as we've already discussed. It's just a fun way to group people who have no interest in what you have to offer. Now, sometimes people go the extra mile and they will be a little rotten. They will try and put down what you have to offer. Not fully understanding the network marketing business model, they'll say, well, it's one of those things. Or not understanding the product, they'll say it's just a bottle of salt water. Despite all the independent and very credible science that we have, they're just rotten apples. Now, we talked earlier about the importance of not getting emotionally caught up in how people respond to you. If you do, you will end up like the Big Dipper roller coaster in the theme park. You will be up and then you'll be down. And then you'll be up and then you'll be down. And you will burn yourself out. Not getting emotionally caught up in the outcomes will allow you to enjoy the journey. As the famous Serenity Prayer says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Focus on what you have control over, talking to people, and not what you have no control over, the outcomes. You're not here trying to change people's eye color. That is exhausting, and it is a sure way to fail in the business. So back to our apples. Your immediate goal is to search through your list of people, your top 20, 50, 100 people. Go through your personal orchard looking for the red apples. People who get it. When you get a no, just think rotten apple. You come across a Mr. Maybe, okay, green apple. But you keep looking for the red apples. People like myself and tens of thousands of other ASEA associates who get it, who understand and want the tremendous value that the ASEA technology and financial opportunity have to offer, to make a fantastic living while making a profound difference in the lives of others. Now, while we're talking about making a difference in people's lives, I think it's important to briefly talk about testimonials and where they fit into the business. Now, first off, I want to address what I call the testimonial trap. This is where you think you have to have an astonishing, life-changing testimonial to be successful in the business. You do not, and I am proof of that. Our technology is working for everyone at the cellular level. Our science has shown that, and sometimes the results are dramatic, sometimes they're more subtle. You may never know what you're preventing. But regardless, I would encourage you not to bet your entire financial future in ASEA based on one single testimonial, yours. It doesn't make sense to me. So I would encourage you to go beyond your own experience and saturate yourself with the experience of hundreds or even thousands of people. And that's exactly what these next 3 tools can help you do. Now, first off, every morning, Monday through Friday, we hold a live call called the Charge Up Call. A recording of this is archived at www.chargeupcall.info, and you can get the number in the Tools of the Trade document as well as in the resource section of this website. This call covers news and announcements as well as taking associates through what we call the A-lift process, building with the right attitude, making a list, inviting, using a tool, as well as following up and teaching your team to do the same. However, for me, the single most important part of the Charge Up Call is the first 5 to 10 minutes where we start each call with a product testimonial. You get to hear another life changed with the powerful ASEA technology. 30 days listening to these testimonials, and I can promise you, you will build that all-important, rock-solid belief and conviction where when you connect with people, they feel it. Now, another fantastic resource is redoxexperiences.com. This is a password-protected website, so please ask your upline for this password. And once you're there, you're going to see alphabetical listings of all sorts of benefits that people have got from using our technology. When it comes to printed materials, you can go to myredoxtools.com. And here you're going to discover great books and brochures packed full of lives changed by this technology. Incidentally, this is also where you can purchase the highly recommended network marketing training pack that can help you further develop your business building skills. As we wrap up this training, I really want to encourage you to get connected and stay connected. We're all coals in the ASEA fire, and yet it's easy to roll away and get cold, even if the ASEA fire is still burning bright. In other words, this is a team business where team stands for together everyone achieves more, unlike the lone warrior Rambo where you rarely achieve much by oneself. So I encourage you to plug into any and all team resources that are available to you. For example, many leaders offer weekly team calls, bringing together like-minded people who are all moving in the same direction. These weekly get-togethers are usually held in a conference bridge or on an online Zoom meeting. Now, Zoom is a fantastic communication platform that allows up to 100 people to show up in a meeting room all at once. You can have your webcam turned on or off, same with your microphone. But to join a Zoom meeting on your PC, it requires a simple one-time download of the Zoom software at zoom.us/download. If you wish to connect using your smartphone or tablet, then simply download the Zoom app from the App Store. Either way, I encourage you to do this. Or if you're technically challenged, have someone help you. Zoom really is the online communication tool of choice throughout ASEA, both in the field and with corporate, and it will help you get connected and stay connected. So thank you for your time and attention on this Fast Start training. I've covered a lot of information here, and I encourage you to watch this training video one more time. I also would encourage you to print off and review the training documents below. And then get back to your sponsor and get clear on what your goals are. What does winning look like for you in ASEA? Get your questions answered and then put that all-important game plan together. I want to sincerely congratulate you on making this decision to become an ASEA associate and for taking your business seriously enough to go through this training program. Allow me to leave you with some words of wisdom that had a profound impact on me when I first started this business. Most people overestimate what they're capable of in 1 year and totally underestimate what they're capable of in 5 years. So I want to encourage you to give yourself time to grow and develop your skills, develop the mindset of an entrepreneur, and I can promise you the journey will be worth it. This is Alan Noble wishing you all the success that you believe you deserve, and bye for now.